In the past 30 days, I've made over $20,000 using TikTok, but it hasn't always been this easy. I remember when I first started posting on TikTok and I put a ton of effort into my videos, but they just didn't get any views. Even though I was doing everything right. It made me think, how do some pages take months to get picked up by the algorithm, but then others get found in a matter of days? For the next few months, I dug a little deeper and I noticed some tricks that smaller creators were using to grow their pages. And once I did the same, I've managed to make over $100,000 in just 12 months. So in this video, I'm gonna uncover the 3 simple steps to actually grow a TikTok page quickly. I know that sounds a bit crazy, but let me explain. When you first start posting on TikTok or any social platform for the matter, you're giving it a piece of content. The only job the algorithm has is to put that piece of content in front of the right person. So when you first start posting, the algorithm won't exactly know what type of audience is going to enjoy your content. So it'll have to test. The way it does that is by measuring the video's performance with a small group of people. TikTok will usually push your first few videos out to anywhere between 200 and 1,000 people. Then it will measure the engagement rate. How many people like, comment, share. The watch time, how long somebody watches the video. And the follow-through rate. How many of your videos did the person watch and engage with after this? If your video gets a good result when testing these metrics, your video should go viral. Right? Well, not exactly. That's because of the type of content you create is important in going viral. For example, if you make a video about a cute dog that gets a good engagement rate, good watch time, and pushes your viewers to check out your profile or watch more of your content, it'll go viral. However, if you make a video about how to properly clean a dog's ears, regardless of the engagement, watch time, or follow-through rate, there's a good chance it may not go viral. But why is that? When making content, you need to find balance. What I mean by that is your video needs to have a broad appeal so it can be enjoyed by as many people as possible. But it also needs to fall in some kind of niche so the algorithm can find the right people to watch your video. With our example of the cute dog video, that can be enjoyed by anyone, so that's why it has the higher chance of going viral. However, because the audience is fairly broad, it might take us a little while to find the right audience. Not only that, there will also be a ton of people creating this style of content because, like I said, everybody loves cute dog videos. On the flip side, if you make a video about cleaning a dog's ears, it will still get views, but it's far too niche to go viral as often. Because out of the vast majority of people who enjoy watching cute dog videos, a lot of them don't want to or don't need to watch videos on how to clean a dog's ears. So when you first start, you need to help the algorithm so it can help you. So now that we know what the algorithm is actually looking for, we need to move on to step 2, plan and structure. Whenever I make a new TikTok page, before I even think about recording, I research. This is a crucial stage that so many beginners overlook, and after it say things like, I'm stuck in 200 view jail, or the algorithm hates me. If you ever find yourself blaming things outside of your control as a justification as to why something isn't working, you will never find any success. It's just that simple. How can you expect the algorithm to help you if you haven't helped it by planning what you're going to create? The best way to research is to consume. Initially, you'll start out as a consumer, then create content. I would say that it's impossible to succeed at creating content if you haven't consumed enough content, because how would you know what your target audience wants if you haven't put yourself in their shoes? And the thing is, that's what this is all about. Connection. To be a good creator, you need to understand your audience. What are these people watching? What do they want? What do they look like? How old are they? What are they doing right now? When you start asking yourself these questions, you really won't be considering the algorithm is against you anymore, and you'll wonder why you ever did. You shouldn't waste time trying to work out how an algorithm works, when understanding how people work is much easier and a lot more satisfying. Once you've decided on what type of content you'll be making, you should start drawing up an avatar of your target audience. Once you've done that, act like your target audience. Start to consume content that you think your target audience would like. Going back to our example from earlier, if you want to create content about dog health, you start to watch and interact with content related to dog health. Once you do this long enough, you'll be able to recognize patterns within this content and then use that to create similar styles of content in the future. Once you've gotten in the mind of your consumer, Now it's time to start planning what type of content you're gonna make. It's completely up to you at this point what type of content you make based on the research you've done before. As a good rule of thumb, I'd recommend to remake a lot of content that you've seen consistently get views before. You can start to come up with your own ideas later on, but at this point in time, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. When you choose a piece of content to create, make sure that it can be created over and over with different styles, because that will help a lot with step 3. You've posted your videos, you've followed all the steps, but you haven't gone viral. Now what? This is another thing that I see a ton of people doing. They do all the research, they remake the viral videos, and they do this for week after week, but things still just don't work. And the simple reason for that is that going viral is unfair. Sometimes you can put all the work in, do all the right things, and TikTok still won't find your audience. Alternatively, it could be that simply your videos aren't good enough. What I'd recommend to do at that point is to get your piece of content up side by side to the content that you found to take inspiration from, and then watch them side by side. When I do this, I can almost always instantly recognize where I've gone wrong. Maybe the lighting looks weird, or I didn't get into the video quick enough. The thing is, my process focuses on taking responsibility. You can only control things that are within your control. So focus on that and make sure that your videos are the best that they can be. So here's my strategy. Every time I create a piece of content, I make sure that I can create at least 5 videos out of it. What I mean by that is 5 different hooks, 5 different ways to drive engagement, 5 different ways to make people watch until the end. But the topic of the video is the same. Then, once I post, I analyze all the videos to see which ones perform best. I then take that video that performed best and create more variations of it, while not stemming too far away from the original video. I might switch the hook up and keep the script the same. I might keep the hook the same and change the script. Also, if I've done things right, I should have at least a few comments. So then I'll just respond back to my audience with follow-up videos, because this will start to create a community. And again, I want to understand my audience like I would understand a friend. That way, I can always create content that they love so much they almost feel obligated to engage with. Once I've done this, I do the same for other video ideas that I've come up with, but I make sure those video ideas link back to that original one I first created. If there's anything that you take away from this video, it's that creating content is about a connection between creator and consumer. And once you understand that relationship, you will always get views. In this video here, I break down my viral video strategy. So if you enjoyed this one, you'll definitely enjoy this one as well.